of representation of information. So data, we get the data from the any organism. For example, if you consider the school, so in a school I get the information about the student name, student address, student phone number, student marks report for each subject, also marks report for a previous class. Okay, so this kind of information, also your UID, so this kind of information is available in a school record. If we consider the hospital, then I get the information about the patient, patient name, patient ID, also its kind of disease, also medicine that given to the patient. Okay, treatment given by the doctor, so doctor name. This kind of information is available in hospital. If we consider the bank, then what kind of information is there stored in a bank data? That is customer ID, customer name, address, its bank account number, its phone number. So this kind of information is stored in bank. Means in every organization different information is stored. Okay, દરેક જગ્યાએ અલગ અલગ information stored હોય, and we need to say represent this information. Mostly we represent this information is table form. Table form માં આપણે organize કરીએ. But sometimes the data is not organized. So here in this chapter we will learn how to organize the data and how to represent the large amount of data. So it will be easy to understand. Why we need to learn this chapter? Data handling means data is available everywhere, but from that we need to get the information. Now what is the information that is useful to us? બધી information આપણને use થવાની નથી. For example, I am your maths teacher, means I need to concentrate only on marks of maths. Then at that time I no need to check for marks for Sanskrit, Hindi, Gujarati. Okay, it means from the large available data we need to get the information. ઘણી બધા ડેટા હોય એમાંથી આપણે information collect કરવાની હોય. Sometimes it may be only useful about the student name and their phone number. So at that time no need to use the data regarding to the marks of subject. Okay, so in collecting the data and get information from that. Why we are learning this chapter? From that, for that we need to collect the data, and from data we need to get information, because all data is not useful to us. For example, let's take one example. Here I take the daily attendance for a week. Now every day teacher is getting the attendance of the student. So here we can store from the total 30 students, we get the table form. In that Monday 25 students are present, it means 5 are absent. Tuesday 28 are present and 2 are absent. Wednesday 30 are present, means all are present. Thursday 27 are present, 3 are absent. Friday 24 are present and 6 are absent, and Saturday 29 are present and 1 are absent. From this information, if I ask you that which students are absent regularly, કયો સ્ટુડન્ટ એવો છે જે વધારે absent છે, so it is possible to give answer from this? No, it is not possible. For that we need to use a name of the student and present in a way. So from that it will be easy to get information about which student will absent most regularly, or you can say which student is regularly present. So for that again you need to that information, name of the student and present of the week. So at that time this table is not useful. Means sometimes if I want to represent that what is the present of a week, then it will be easy to use this table. But if I want to get the information that which student is absent more or which student is present, then for that this data is not useful. Collecting the data. A given collection of data may not give us specific information related to data. Before collecting the data, we need to know what we would use it for. Okay, ડેટા આપણે કલેક્ટ કરી એના પહેલાં આપણને ખબર હોવી જોઈએ કે આપણે શેના માટે એને યુઝ કરવાના છે. For example, मैं તમને હમણાં જ example આપું. For example, if I want to know that which student is better in a maths and which students are weak in a maths. એવું મારે ફાઇન્ડ કરવું હોય કે કયા સ્ટુડન્ટનું મેથ્સ વીક છે અને કયા સ્ટુડન્ટનું મેથ્સ good છે. So for that I need to only find the marks of student in maths. For that I don't need to concentrate on a maths of science or Hindi or Sanskrit. Okay, it means you need to know for what we are going to use the data. So before getting the data we need to get the information about for which purpose we are going to use it. Okay, kaya purpose માટે એને use કરવાનું છે that we must know. So for example, in previous table we have a information about the weekly, present and absent report. Okay, but from that if I want to find the answer that which student remain absent more, because student more absent છે any information in table પરથી મળે નહીં. As I already told you that you need to get information about the name of the student, or you can say roll number of student and weekly, present or absent of that student. So we will compare the absent of each student with the other student, and then we get the information about the which student remain absent more. Organization of data after collection. Okay, પહેલા આપણને સમજ પડી ગઈ કે આપણે ડેટા કલેક્ટ કરવાના છે, પછી આપણને સમજ પડી કે કયા પર્પસ માટે ડેટા કલેક્ટ કરવાના છે. After that we need to organize the data so it will be easily understandable. આપણે કલેક્ટ કરે પછી એને શું કરવાનું, ઓર્ગેનાઇઝ કરવાનું. So we learn about the bar graph, that is also a method of organize the data. We also learn a pictogram, it is a representation of data. Organize means after collection of data we have to record and organize. Mostly we are using the tabular form to organize the data. Let's take one example of getting the information about the weight of student in a class. So here weight of 20 student in a class is given. So this kind of weight is there: 25, 30, 24, 22, 23, 24, 28, 35, 28, 24, 20, 34, 28, 27, 20, 21, 34, 30, 25, 22 and 24. So here name of the students is not given, only the weight of student in a class is given. So for that, if the question is what is the heaviest weight, now for that we need to compare the data. So which is the heaviest weight in a given, you can see 35, that is the heaviest weight of the student. So you can write 35 kg because weight is available only in a kg. So 35 kg is the weight of student that is heaviest. What is the lowest weight? Now what is the lowest weight for all? You can say 20, that is the lowest. So for this you can answer 20 kg is the lowest weight. Now if you want to find which student has heaviest weight, kaya student નું weight heaviest છે, for that you also need the name of the student with their weight. And if you want to find the which student has the lowest weight, and for that again you need to have name of the student and the weight of the student. Okay, now one more example, marks of the student in a class. So here this marks is given, but you can see this is not get the proper information. From this we cannot get the proper information. So if we want to use this data, we need to represent in the way name of the student and marks of the student. So let's represent. So we can represent it in a name of the student and marks of the student. So let's 23 is the marks of Amit, 35 Arvi's mark, 48 Sohil, 30 Ravi, Raj get 25 marks, Pari get 46, Kavya get 13, Hari get 27, Sonal get 32, and last Vijay get 38. Okay, if this kind of information is there, so it will be easy to get the information that which student get how many marks. Okay, but now if I want to represent, get the information about how many students are good in a maths and how many students are medium in a maths. So for that we need to represent in a group. So for that we need to represent this information, and let's store the information like 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 41 to 50. So how many students get marks between 21 to 30? So here 23, 25, 13. It is also that 13 marks is also that, so you can write 11 to 20. So 13 will one student get marks between 11 to 20. Now 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 students. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 students get marks between 21 to 30. Now 21 to 40. So it is 32, 38 and 35 means 3 students get marks between 31 to 40. Now 41 to 50, 48 and 46. So 2 students get marks between 41 to 50. So this way we can get the information that which students need to do more practice in subjects, so that are from 11 to 30. Means 5 students need to do more practice in each, means in that subject from this kind of information. जो આપણે પરફેક્ટ સ્ટુડન્ટના માર્ક્સની રિપોર્ટ જોઈએ, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ કયા સ્ટુડન્ટને કેટલા માર્ક્સ છે, ફોર ધેટ વી નીડ ટુ યુઝ ધીસ ટેબલ. બટ ઇફ વી વોન્ટ ટુ કોન્સન્ટ્રેટ ઓનલી which student need to do more practice, for that we will use this table. So we will organize the information in a different way. Same information છે, but એનો યુઝ કઈ રીતે કરવાનો છે એ રીતે એનો ઓર્ગેનાઇઝ કરવાનો.